one of the many little tidbits of Obamacare is that the product called health insurance was so tightly regulated under it that you couldn't do any product management. You couldn't build a differentiated product. So who the hell wants to play a commodity magnet game, especially for a small number of lives that have to be individually customer service? So, yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Many in Obamacare were hoping that, you know, the commercials would drop out and sort of there'd be this great call, a sort of draft a one-payer movement or draft a government payer into existence movement. So those guys might be giggling a little right now.
Okay, sorry, Dan.
Let me say, so, you know, this idea that you give people multiple options and people would choose the right healthcare, it's kind of crazy when you think about it. So imagine that I give you a choice of multiple healthcare and there's amount of deductible, out of pay pocket, all of those things. What is the calculus that you're supposed to do to figure out the right amount? So we actually tried this out. And what we saw was, just like the things we talked about earlier, people focus on the short-term amounts rather than long-term benefit of health. So what happened is when you give people choices, in this particular case in which you're supposed to reduce against an unbelievable risk that could, you know, kill you financially, do we really want people to make choices? Because, you know, if you give people the choices, they will say, I want a lower monthly payment and I want to pay less for co-pays, and they basically choose things that put them in tremendous risk later. So this idea that let people choose assumes that people can choose correctly. Health market is so difficult to figure out what's the right thing to choose.
We got to look at the shares then. We have to, if we're going to, so difficult, we have to look at how the shares are responding.
The shares are down in the pre-market about 6.5% right now, and you can see a drastic slide. And the reason that it's pulling out, obviously, is that it can't make a profit in this business, right? If you are an insurer, you're used to trying to weigh risks and then charge appropriately for those risks.